And Ted Cruz is like, you know, being a little goy there. Yeah. Good little goy. Just not even needing the reference, just going along with it. Mm-hmm. Now, let's read what it actually says. Okay? Genesis 12, verse 1 says, Now the Lord has said unto Israel, no, folks, it doesn't say Israel. Abram. Yep. Get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee, and I will make of thee a great nation. And I will bless them, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. And it mentions thee and thy, of course, being the singular. Singular that he's blessing Abraham. Right. And, you know, let me ask you this. Does Israel exist at this point? Israel does not exist. Right. Israel did not exist until long after Abraham. Even if you want to talk about the person himself wasn't even around at this time when God had said this. God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yeah. You know, Isaac is Abraham's son. Jacob is Isaac's son. Jacob becomes the man Israel, who then bears, you know, has 12 children, 12 sons that become the 12 tribes of Israel, that eventually becomes the nation of Israel, that eventually splits into two, where you have the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah. Now, does anybody know anything about the northern kingdom of Israel that retained the name Israel? They became pagans. The major prophets know, and the major and minor prophets talk a whole lot about that northern kingdom of Israel. They got taken into captivity permanently by the Assyrians. They ended up intermingling with the heathen. They lost their ethnic identity, and they were never brought back into the land. That's why, you know, and by the way, when we talked about the northern kingdom of Israel, we're talking about the 10 tribes, which make up the majority of the tribes of Israel. The only 2 tribes that actually stayed behind were Judah and Benjamin. And of course, you had a couple Levites as well. But in general, the 10 tribes were at the north, and they ended up just kind of scattering among the heathen because they worshiped false gods. They didn't worship the God of the Bible. They're eventually referred to as what? The Samaritans by the time of Christ. Judah is that nation where God was with them for quite some time until they were even taken into captivity. But even then, God ended up bringing them back because of why? Because they believed on the Lord. Yeah. Right? But when we're talking about Genesis chapter 12 and Abraham being blessed of God, the New Testament brings clarity to what this verse is actually referring to. Because, you know, at face value, you can't even interpret this that it's referring to Israel as a nation because he says thee and thy, which is singular, referring to Abraham solely. Specifically, yep. And that's the interpretation we need to go by unless the New Testament brings further clarification of what it actually means. Which is bad news for the Zionists because Galatians chapter 3 totally debunks the idea that it could even be possibly about the nation of Israel. Galatians chapter 3 verse 16 says, Now unto Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He saith not unto seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is? Christ.